This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Stick around. I've got a really special guest, the world-renowned Kevin Slayton. And every time he hears Bad to the Bone on his show, it's okay. But when he hears it on mine, and I have to give Kevin credit, that's been his theme song for many, many years. But there could be two sumbitches Bad to the Bone, Kevin.
There can always be two. When I was a little kid, I stole baseball cards from the drugstore. And when my mom found out, she made me take them back. But you stole a theme song.
Oh, here we go.
And that's even worse.
Hey, what? No, but how lame are you? How lame are you stealing baseball cards from a drugstore? We used to steal drugs. What the hell? What's wrong with you?
Let me tell you what's even worse. My buddy, who was my partner in crime, after he knew we'd wiped them out, he goes up to the cashier and says, "Do you have any more baseball cards?"
Oh, that we can steal. But hey, with me, people, my good friend, we've argued. But we spoke off the air. Men will argue. Men won't screw each other. Men won't hurt each other, but men will argue. And if a man can't argue with another man and then shake hands at the end of the day, something's wrong. And Kevin and I have had our differences, but if I want to fight and argue with somebody, it's going to be a man. And Kevin Slayton is a hell of a man. And we want to get into a little bit of his background in a little bit. I want to pay a little tribute to him because he's been all around the block. And people say, hey, he got fired from here, he got fired from there. Not just him, all the radio personalities. But they go all over because, Kevin, the format's changed most of the time, isn't it?
Well, formats change, but more importantly, spines change. So when a general manager hires you and tells you, here, I want you to just be yourself, keep doing what you've been doing for years, it's so successful, and then when you do it and someone voices a complaint, their spine changes, and they get scared real fast, and they run for cover. That's normally what happens.
Yeah.
People involved in management in radio are the biggest pack of cowards that I've ever come across in my life. Well, I don't know how they succeed. They're so scared of their own shadow.
I call them no good, rotten, good for nothing. Oh, no, those are politicians and everything.
Well, they're still similar.
They're similar?
Yeah, they're similar.
I know you're a Christian kind of guy, and you don't use that kind of language, but... that's what it is.
I use the language. I'm not a good Christian when it comes to that.
Okay, well,
I still curse like a longshoreman.
Yeah, nothing like picking and choosing when you want to.
I'm a sailor, but I talk like one from time to time.
There you go. Hey, and I'm going to get to our housekeeping a little bit, but since we're on this subject, Kevin, let's kind of keep going. Hell, you started out. You were actually, no disrespect, and you're across the table, so you can't hit me right now. But you were a nice-looking guy back in the day. You were actually on TV, weren't you?
That's right. So what happens in the television career is when you realize radio, you start to look like you have that face for radio. You start looking for radio stations, and then TV sort of takes a back seat. But the TV guys, I'm glad I got out of television because it's a dead industry for television sports in local news.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Everything's taken off nationwide.
Well, yeah, once ESPN came along and those types of shows, local news sportscasters are a dead breed.
Yeah.
They have nothing to offer. They have no time to offer it. It's sort of a waste of a job.
But let me tell you, Kevin, we've got a lot of sports fans out there, a lot of political fans too. And no disrespect to the guys on the air now, but they're really some lame TV sportscasters locally.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
And radio's even worse.
And what's the guy's
Honestly,
guy's name's
radio's
Atrocious?
worse.
What's his name?
Yeah, Bob Atrocious.
Hey, why the hell? Hey, now you're being honest. Don't be too.
Bob's a common name.
Yeah, cut his mic off, will you?
No, they're really bad, and they're all. And what I get a kick out of is newspaper writers who think they're broadcasters. They'll always criticize the broadcasters while they're writing their newspaper stories, and then they'll bend over backwards to become a broadcaster when they're the least qualified to be on the air of any person walking the street. Most of them can't string 5 words together without stuttering their way through it. It's laughable and it's embarrassing. If I were that bad at something, I'd either hang myself or get a new job.
Yeah.
Get a new job.
But with all these ex-jocks, and there's some nice guys, and they're ball players, put a cardboard cutout of Al Rabowski or somebody else, and get some people that really know the game, not just know how to play the game. Get people to know how to explain the game with decent voices. They don't have to be an ex-jock to be a sportscaster.
No, the analyst role on a telecast of a baseball, football, basketball, hockey game is usually going to be filled by an ex-player, almost without question, without hesitation. And that's fine as long as, in my opinion, those guys do some work before they get to that spot. And I always use Dan Deerdorf as a good example. He didn't just jump into the CBS or the ABC Monday Night Football broadcasting booth. He did legwork during his off seasons when he played football for the Cardinals over at KMOX Radio. He got to know how to work the business. He even did a short stint at Channel 4 on television on the news as a sportscaster. So before he became a network guy, he knew the ins and the outs of the business, and he knew how to speak. And, of course, that's a huge part of it, sadly.
But, he's earned a spot. And there's a lot of especially football players, they come on. You can't understand them, both black and white. It's not a racial thing. You just can't understand them because half of them I've been beating the head so long. I think they're half nuts.
Oh, and I'm telling you, they stutter and stammer and they can't complete a sentence. And I sit there. I was listening to a guy this morning trying to ask questions in an interview on my way over here, and I just kept screaming at the radio, "Would you please ask the question? Quit hemming and hawing and stammering and stuttering." And he's a former newspaper writer.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, I was at the ball game last night. And I don't even know who won because we left in about the 6th inning. But how in
Yankees?
Yankees won? Is that who they were playing? I didn't know who to. Hey, they're like politicians. They say people will call me from all over the area and say, "Bob, you're talking about your local politicians, but all we got to do is change the name. It's the same game."
So true.
It's the same
nationally, locally.
Yeah. How the hell? It's the Cardinal, and I know you're a sports fan, but I don't know if the Cardinals like you because you tell the truth. People will say you criticize it, and it's not really criticism. You're just telling it the way it is, and they get pissed off if you don't kiss their ass.
Well, it's funny. Like I said earlier, you criticize someone when they perform poorly, or not even criticize, but you just point it out. And yet when you pay them a compliment for a job well done, they don't call you up and say, "Hey, that was really nice of you. Thank you so much." But if you point out when they fail or point out the way it went about happening, then you're a bad guy. You're controversial.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals, actually, from a management standpoint regarding the ownership, Bill DeWitt III, I consider him a friend. He comes on the show a lot, and he never ducks a question. So I have a ton of respect for him.
Well, that's if a gentleman would come on, it's not all good in baseball. It's not all bad, but if you get someone that just wants to talk about the good, it's phony to me. And, you don't want to be around phony. I don't think anybody wants to be around phony people. But how come? And I know you know it all. Well, that's what you told me. That's what you told me.
One thing, one time that I didn't know.
You know what I like about the toothpaste that I hardly ever use, or the mouthwash? They kill 99.9% of Where the hell's that 1/10% of bacteria? Why can't we get rid of that son of a bitch? Why can't we get that 1/10%? I want to know that.
And that's the 1/10% that kills you. The other 99.9, they were harmless.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of killing you, how the hell can people that's a Cardinal nation, and it pisses me off, and I don't care about the Cardinals one way or the other, but they want to get everybody involved, be involved. It's the Cardinal Nation. And then you go over there with the Cardinal Nation, which is your family, and you got to pay $9 for a beer, $7 for a hot. I mean, they just fleece you.
Your family that way?
Yeah, no.
My family comes over to your house. That'll be $9 for a beer.
But it's amazing, and give me your take. When they play this Cardinal Nation up or Rams Nation, it pisses. Why don't they just come out and say, hey, guys, this is a business. We're going to show you a ball game. We're going to get all the money we can get from you. Don't make me part of your family. That pisses me off when they go there.
I agree with you. The Cardinal Nation, Rams Nation, Mizzou Nation, that's all a bunch of hokey crap. What I think, and I said this before on the show, the Cardinals and all of them, the Rams and the Blues, what they should do is when you enter their building, the ticket takers should have a mask like the old Lone Ranger used to wear and have a gun and say, your wallet, please.
Yeah, just give your wallet.
Because that's what's going on. It's a stick-up. As soon as you walk in, it's a stick-up, so let's quit with the pretense. Here's what it is. It's not a ticket to a game. It's a stick-up.
Yeah. You see, I was in there last night and saw a pretty good crowd, and there was some people apparently not well-to-do, and they're sitting there. They can't afford nothing. They can't afford the $8, $9 hot dogs. And this is just me coming from the Roosevelt Homes. Why the hell can't they have a $2 hot dog and make a 200% on that $2 hot dog? Why the hell do they have to have a money grab? The tickets are bad, and our tickets were $125. How the hell? Who's going to spend $125? It was a gift to me, but who the hell's spending $125 for a ticket?
I was going to say, I'm sure there are people who pay and probably take a third of their salary to buy tickets because that's what it would cost. But I think by and large, most people, and I'm included just like you, I go when I get free tickets. Yeah. But I'm not going to pay to see that.
No, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go ever again unless I get free tickets and free refreshments.
Well, the line about the Rams, as bad as they've been, if you've got 2 tickets to the Rams game, you try to give them away, you can't give them away, so you stick them on your windshield. And when you come back, there's 10 more.
Yeah. I had a politician, and I've got season tickets to the Rams because my son wanted them, and I'm not a big sports fan. I swear to you, I give a politician, I won't tell you his name, everybody probably knows him, give him 2, and they're 2 good seats. And he wondered if I could give him $100 for refreshments. This is a politician.
Well, here's a good one for you. Down at Missouri, Mike Alden, that louse, that rotten human being.
Now, who is he?
He was their athletic director for the past 15 or so years. And I vowed back when he first got in there that I would never go back to my own alma mater for a football game as long as he was there if I had to pay for a ticket. If somebody wanted to give me one, I'll go, but I'll never put a nickel in his pocket. So I didn't. I went to the Oklahoma game when Joe Castiglione, the AD at Oklahoma, gave me tickets. But this guy sent out, the donors send their checks in. There was a donor who was telling me this story a couple of weeks ago. He donated $20,000 a year to the Missouri athletic program, football program, basically. And with that, he got a parking pass. And so the parking pass, however, cost $100. So
that's for the printing, of course.
Of course. So this guy sent his check in for $20,000, and he gets a call from Mike Alden, and he says, "You forgot your $100 for the parking pass."
Yeah.
So this guy was so pissed off. He said, "You can take the $100 out of the $20,000, and you'll never get another penny out of me again." And he's never donated again.
Well, that's it. It's all a money grab, and it's a shame. Hey, listen, we're gonna talk more and mix it up with Kevin. Hope the hell I set him on the other side of the room because we don't have to start arguing and fighting. So if you hear some commotion, just know that we're having a little disagreement. Just have to stand around.
Before we go any further, I just wanted to tell you how sorry I was to hear the news about your son. And
Kevin, thank you.
My son told me the same, and my mother-in-law told me the same thing. We're very sorry to hear that. We have a lot of respect for you, and of course, fatherhood, and there's nothing sadder than that. So just know that you're in our prayers.
Well, thank you very much. And I have to get past that. And since you brought it up, I want to thank we've had 8,000 responses. And I'll tell you, you don't know how humbling it is. And I just want to let everybody know how much I appreciate it. I can't take it any further right now, or Kevin, you'll be doing the rest of the show. So stick around, Kevin. We're going to do our housekeeping. And again, thank everybody for all the thoughts, all the prayers, all the mail and cards. Thank all of you very, very much. It's a difficult situation, but I'm not the first one to go through it. I'm sure I won't be the last, but I said in the obituary, they usually say in lieu of flowers, send money. I said in lieu of flowers, hug and cherish your children, because that's the best thing you can ever do. George Ports. Now, for the people down in Festus, great people. We've got a great listening audience down in Festus. They're having their traditional music festival September the 26th and 27th. It's from noon to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at West City Park. Now, I don't know a lot of these guys. They've got Brenda Cook. They've got the Bronx Boys, the Moore family. Apparently, it's going to be like a Woodstock, a country Woodstock. It's going to be at the West City Park in Festus this Saturday and Sunday. And George Ports, he's the coordinator. If you have any questions, want to get tickets, we're going to try to make it down there. A great group of people down in Festus. An all-day Saturday and Sunday concert. The Festus, Missouri Traditional Music Festival, George Ports. And George, you can contact at 618-632-1384. Admission $7 per person. It's an all-day music event, and you guys ought to get down there. If you like country western music, they've got great rates on hotels for that weekend. Good people in Festus, so if you want to get involved, you can call George Ports. It's 618-632-1384. We'll talk about it more. And I want to say hi to Gene Sine from Shiloh. He brought all this information to us, and thank you very much. And again, people, we'll try to get to everything and anything we can because this station is here for you people. We don't want to be big shots. We don't want to be what we hate. No count, low life, big shot, son of a bitches. We want to be normal people. Well, other than me, which is, I'm not very normal, but that's okay. The 15th annual St. Clair Oktoberfest, Saturday, September the 26th from 4 to 11 p.m. It's St. Clair Parish Oktoberfest. It's at 3rd and Cherry in O'Fallon. Homemade German-style dinners will be served from 4 to 7 p.m. Fun for all. They're going to have entertainment from 4 to 7 and a live band from 7 to 11. From 4 to 7, our good friend Jim Hersey, one of the best music DJs around, he'll be performing from 4 to 7. If you guys can make it out there, please do. That's going to be at 3rd and Cherry Street in O'Fallon, Illinois, Saturday, September the 26th from 4 to 11 p.m. The 5th annual Shapiro Steel Fest 2015, located at 5617 Natural Bridge in St. Louis, this Sunday, September the 27th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rat Rod Magazine and Raw Bike Magazine presents the official build-off finals. Now, I don't know what the hell it is, but there's a lot of good-looking cars here. So if you can make it Sunday, September the 27th at the 5th Annual Shapiro Steel Fest, please do. My good friends, you know, I love them. I love the Polish because their Polish sausage is just excellent. I love Polish sausage. The Polish-American War Vets will have their dance this Saturday, September the 26th from 2 to 6 p.m. Music by Pull Toys, a 70s rock and roll band, under their pavilion. Tickets are $5. It's sponsored by the associate members of the Polish-American War Vets. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact 618-398-5040. And I love these people here. It took me 3 years to learn how to pronounce St. Wenceslaus. 3 years. But
wrong again.
What's that?
It's
Is that wrong? Hey, cut his mic off. St. Wenceslaus Parish at 3014 Oregon Avenue. Their annual tailgate sale this Saturday, September the 26th, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Spaces are still available. If you'd like to get involved, you can contact Paul at 314-865-1020. And Harry Bordeaux, thank you very much. Always a nice gentleman. The first meet shoot of the season this Sunday, September the 27th. American Legion Post 1255, 201 Eiler Road in Belleville. All of our good friends out at the American Legion Post 1255. It starts at noon. Everybody that goes to Grafton has to have stopped by the Hog Pit Barbecue Barn. They're going to have another rod. I don't know what the hell. Somebody call me. Tell me what a rod and raw bike build-off is. I have no idea, but that's going to be held this Sunday, September the 26th at the world-famous Hog Pit Barbecue Barn.
Did I ever tell you that my ancestors founded Grafton?
Did I ever tell you that my ancestors founded the first horse? No, go ahead. Did they really?
Well, according to my dad.
Well, wait a minute.
He always told us, and one of them died from a pirate's sword on a boat on the Mississippi.
See, now you've upstaged me again. I can't come up with a story better than that.
But I always told him, what's wrong with him? Why didn't he name it Slayton, Illinois, so that we could at least make a claim that people will believe?
Well, that's true. That's very trivia night for the Masonic Lodge in Alton, Illinois, the Franklin Lodge, 25 AFAM at 1513 Washington Avenue in Alton. Will have their trivia night Saturday, September the 26th. September the 26th, also a huge flea market for our buddies at the Eiler location, American Legion Post 1255. They're having a flea market. If you want to get involved, they have spaces still available. You can call 538-5445. Let's see, I'm just about finished. You're invited to attend, and this is for me, and we will be there. The 3rd annual Pet Adaptathon, Sunday, September the 27th, from 1 to 4 p.m. at Silver Creek Saloon, located at 2520 Muscuda Avenue, Belleville, Illinois. If you can make it out there, please do. We're going to donate, and I hope everybody else does. On a side note, I am running for state representative for the 114th District. Now, I'm the craziest son of a bitch that'll ever be up in Springfield, but I promise you, when I promise you something, you take it to the bank. I will produce and I will have legislation presented in Springfield. Anybody that abuses an animal is a no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing, rotten son of a bitch in my book. But anybody that abuses an animal, I'm going to ask for 20 years mandatory sentence. Now, maybe it don't fly, but you know what? When these no-good son of a bitches kill an animal, then they're going to kill a child, then they're going to kill all of us. So I want to stop it. I want to stop it from the start. And all you rotten bastards that think that those animals are there for your abuse, they're not. They're part of the family. If you don't like them, take them to the animal shelter. Let somebody adopt them, you rotten, no-good son of a bitches. You can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling. You can like us on Facebook, and please do. Somebody like me, please. Like us at KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. You can also hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift to all of our good friends that work hard at midnight every Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. Let's see what I got here. I got a few, and then we're going to come back, take a break, come back with Kevin Slayton, and we're going to go crazy because that's what guys like me and Kevin Slayton do. On this date, and Kevin, I didn't know this, on this date, September the 23rd, 1845.
There.
You ass. The New York Knickerbockers, America's first baseball team, was formed, and the first official set of rules proposed by Alexander Cartwright of New York was adopted. I thought, who was Doubleday? I thought Doubleday.
Abner Doubleday founded the game, but that was the first professional team.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, I'm glad you're here to correct me for the 8th time. On this date, September the 23rd, 1879, Richard Rhodes invented the first hearing aid, the autophone, and I wish I didn't have one with...
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you smart ass. Let's see, let's go through this. President Gerald Ford and Democratic challenger Jimmy Carter on this date, September the 23rd, 1976, met in a nationally broadcast debate. During the debate, they were speechless for 27 minutes because the sound system failed. Now, here's one for you, Kevin. On this date, September the 23rd, 1979, St. Louis Cardinal Lou Brock, in his last New York appearance as a player, stole his 938th base, a major league record. Has it been broken since then?
Yes, Ricky Henderson broke it, but I'm a believer that Ricky Henderson was a juicer, so Lou still has the record as far as I'm concerned. And Lou, being the class act that he is, would never say that, but I think Lou believes it. Lou is nothing but a St. Louis treasure. Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I've drank orange juice all my life. What the hell's wrong with drinking juice? What are you talking? What are you?
It's a little different juice.
I understand. Let's don't go through that. We don't need some more. That's what happened on this date, September the 23rd, throughout all these years in our world's history. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our guest, Kevin Slayton, world-renowned Kevin Slayton. And I say that because he's paying me to say that, but no, he's not. We're going to be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be The Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, and proud to be your First Amendment and all-American station, Radical Radio, and we stand tall always as the Patriot. With me today, good friend of mine. We've argued, we fought, we shook hands, we broke bread. We've done everything but sleep together. Don't get too close to me here in Illinois, Kevin, because it's
illegal over here.
Yeah, it's same-sex marriages. You know,
that's right.
I told these guys at the bar.
Well, that's everywhere now.
Well, that's true. I told these guys at the bar, and I don't drink. I said they start hugging each other. I said, hell, here in Illinois, if you hug each other more than 5 minutes, you're engaged. So you can. Hey, people, you can go to my Facebook page. I don't know anything about it. Somebody set it up for me. Fans of the Grim Reaper Radio, and you can get on. You can cuss me out. You can talk bad about me. You can do whatever. That my family always did, so you guys can do the same.
You don't seem like a Facebooker to me.
I like face, but not on Facebook. Hell, I got a flip phone. But you can also go to St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition people, and I'm telling you, we're getting more support every day. These are just decent people that are tired of this government. Not tired of our country, but tired of the government that's ruining our country, making our country look bad. So you can go to St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, like us, put your ideas out, because we're going to be running strong, and we're going to take back our great country when it's all said and done. A gentleman called me, told me rat rod was you take pieces of a car, just junk pieces of a car, put them together, paint them black, and make the son of a bitchin' car run. I can't believe that, but that's what a rat rod is.
Well, some guys are talented in so many different ways, but I wouldn't be able to even begin that project.
Yeah, can you believe that's what it's junk parts, but hey, that's what it is. Hey, thank you very much for the call, sir. Appreciate the information. I'm not real intelligent, but you make me sound a little bit better. Hey, Kevin, we won't go much with this. And you talked about juicing earlier. You and Jack Clark were involved in a very, very controversial issue a year or two ago. And I think you really got screwed. Jack said something, and he said factually when he should have said alleged. And then you get canned. There's a prime example. You get canned from a station because you're sitting next to the guy.
Yeah, and it was a raw deal. And as I said, the spine works very flexibly and goes in different directions when the wind blows the other way. That I've since received an apology from the people who are responsible for that.
Okay, well, you deserve that apology.
Yeah, I mean, it was an apology. It was late, but better late than never, and I accept it, and I always do. If someone apologizes to me, I've done things wrong. When I apologize, I
don't believe that.
Well, in most people's eyes.
You thought you did something right.
In other people's eyes.
Oh, in other people's eyes. Okay. You got those rose-colored glasses on.
No, I mean, so, you're an awfully arrogant person if you don't accept someone's apology.
Yeah. Well, here, Kevin, I was there yesterday at the ball.
You have to apologize.
Well, that's true.
And mean it.
Well, that's true, because anybody can call and say anything. We talk about the Cardinal Nation. And at the football games, and I told an attorney friend of mine, years back, just a few years back, you'd go to get your concessions, and there would be a volunteer group, and they would be making money. And now I said that circumvented the labor laws, because they would get a little bit, and then the Rams would get the rest. Why would anybody, and I'm asking you rhetorically because you probably don't know either, why would anybody that's a union man, a hardworking man, go to one of those games? They should have boycotted and picketed those games, because they circumvented all the rules. They were taking jobs away from people. Just another money grab for these rotten bastards.
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's a point that not many people are aware of, but that happened quite often. Baseball games, too, where a charitable group was working the concession in order to raise money for that charity.
And that's great.
I don't know if the actual union employees were ousted because of that or whether they were there supervising these people.
No, because there was 15, 20. They're not going to have 15, 20 supervisors. They were circumventing the labor laws, trying to save $1 here. And you know what greedy bastards these professional teams are. And I don't have a dog in the fight. But now, even worse than that, they've got volunteers walking around Busch Stadium collecting trash. Now, can't they pay can't they pay 50 people $15 an hour, put some food on people's table? But no, they're going to get volunteers.
You know, so much of what's done in professional sports and college sports now is not done because it's necessary. It's done because these teams and these schools can. But that doesn't make it right. And there's been a blurring of the line between what you can do and what you should do. And unfortunately, these professional sports organizations and these collegiate universities, which are nothing but sports factories, they have not only blurred the line, but they have no idea where that line is anymore.
Okay, I got one, and I know that you're a moderate, not gambler, but you like to put $1 or $2 on a wage occasionally.
Well, I bet one time that you and I would have fun on the radio, and we did.
Well, that's right. Well, you know what? You did. But here, now I want to ask you a serious question. And again, you are an attorney, but I don't know if this puts you on the spot. How in the hell can this DraftKings crap go on and the government knows about it, everybody knows about it, it must be funded by the National Football or National Baseball League, so these rotten bastards with all that money, they can just throw it in our face and say nobody else can illegal gamble, but we can. What the hell's wrong with that?
It's one of the great questions of all time, and this FanDuel is not far behind them.
Okay, right.
DraftKings and FanDuel. I heard something today that FanDuel pays out $75 million a week during the football season. Well, how much money are you making if you pay that much out? There's so much illegal gambling going on that it's absurd. This country is so far behind the times. Legalize gambling, tax it, spend that tax money properly, and we will cure most of our ills. Yeah, there's so much money to be tapped in taxes there.
Yeah, why only in Vegas can you have sports betting? Hell, it's a sports betting.
So they just turned down Atlantic City again. They're trying to get sports gambling, and they said no. What do you mean no?
But
it goes on. FanDuel and DraftKings, Bob, are advertising. The money they're spending on advertising must make major corporations like Anheuser-Busch or someone like that look like a paltry total compared to it.
Right.
It's unbelievable. You cannot turn the radio or TV on any event and not see DraftKings or FanDuel.
I wondered that, and I know there's no sports betting, but somebody said that the government was behind it, and I say, hey, apparently they are, because, I mean, they're not hiding this. This is right in your face on TV.
No, they're not hiding it. It's somebody will check Obama's pocket.
Yeah, it's like the Cardinals. They must be for it because it's on the air whenever the games are on the air.
Against it. It's making them money. It's advertising revenue.
Yeah, well, there you go. More money, and more money. You know what the one professional athlete said one time? The guy said, boy, you make a lot of money. And the guy said, I makes a lots of money, but I spends a lot.
I'll tell you a quick joke. The little boy, Billy, comes home and he says to his mom, we have a school project. I need to know the difference between confident and confidential. She says, I'm too busy. Go ask your dad. Goes out in the garage. His dad's working on something. He asks his dad. His dad says, well, Billy, it's this way. You're my son, and I'm confident you're my son. He's now little Jimmy next door is also my son, and that's confidential.
Hey, that was a bad joke that you cleaned up. Most of my jokes, I'd get fined another $10,000, $15,000. One last question, Kevin, before we go to break, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about Tyler, and I know you didn't know much about it. You must live in a bubble. Kevin Slayton did not know much about this Lila Perry, this bitch boy from Hillsboro, Missouri. But
bitch boy is much better than transgender.
Hey, whenever, and I mean this, and we'll talk about it, whenever the man, if he's that serious to be a woman, when he cuts off that little pee-pee and he gets silicone.
Keep in mind, Bruce Jenner never did that.
Bruce Jenner's not going to. You know what I think about that? It's going to be like Dallas and JR getting shot. They're going to come in about 2 years, and they're going to say, boy, we fleeced the whole United States. Bruce Jenner always wanted to be a superstar and never was. And I think this is going to, like, you woke up, not a dream, more like a nightmare when it's all over. And how can somebody call Bruce Jenner, and they interview him. I'd have to call him at least bitch boy. They call him she. How the hell can somebody be that stupid on national television?
The liberal media. They're freaks.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Oh, you're talking about them, not me. Hey, we're going to come back. We're sitting in with Kevin Slayton, our honored guest, the world-renowned Kevin Slayton. Been around the sports scene, been around the radio scene for many years, and we'll continue with Kevin right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Everyone except Kevin Slayton knows about Lila Perry, the bitch boy from Hillsboro, Missouri, that wants to be a lady, wants to hang with the ladies, wants to go to the bathroom with the ladies. And last week we've got a lot of response, and one of them, it says, if I can find it here, and I don't really understand one of them. It says, your last two shows about bitch boy really raised the bar, brother. I had nothing against the people that are gay. If I was gay, I would embrace it, and I would celebrate it. If you're gay, there's something you usually will embrace, and keep it out of your mouth, though. Your mother always said, keep it out of your mouth. Let's see. I should have thought like that bitch boy in high school. I could have watched my high school Sherry Mashburn. Man, was she just like Angelina Jolie, and she had an ass like a racehorse. Now, this guy's strange.
I've never thought a racehorse. Personally, I've never found Secretariat attractive.
Yeah. And an ass like a racehorse. And the other one says, hey, Bob, it's your old barbecuing buddy, Junior. It says, if my dad was around to see the bitch boy, he would have whipped him like a government mule. It says, my daddy was tougher than a $2 steak.
You gotta like that.
Oh,
that's
boy.
tough.
Hey, Kevin, seriously, this deal down in Hillsboro, this Lila Perry, and the guys, it's Noah. I don't know why I even say Lila. I just found his name. It's Noah Perry, 17 years old, says he's a woman, wears a dress, wears heels, walks into girls' dressing rooms while they're dressing because he thinks he's a girl. Hell, if that had been the situation, I would have wore a dress and heels at the school instead of just in my bedroom when I got home.
I'd kind of like to meet him. He's my new hero.
Yeah.
This guy's beating the system.
Yes, he is.
Every guy in high school wants to shower with the girls.
Yeah.
And he gets to.
And the school district down there, and I would think probably all the school board members, if you go not to the good people of Hillsboro, because there's a lot of great, lovely people in Hillsboro, but if you go to the houses where these school board members and the state's attorney is allowing this to happen, I guarantee you're going to see three things. You're going to see a little cot mattress, you're going to see some sheeps, and you're going to see some goats. I guarantee you, Kevin. But you're a lawyer. Would you not even being a lawyer, you're a father. If you had a daughter, would you let her go into a school?
No, not for a second. I can't imagine these parents of the girls are not screaming bloody murder. I would assume they are.
Oh, sure they are.
If they're not, they ought to be arrested. But this is a travesty. I did some research on this when Bruce Jenner decided he was something other than Bruce Jenner, even though he's not. The president and the dean of the School of Psychiatry at Johns Hopkins said there's no such thing as transgender. It's a mental illness. I tend to believe that. I agree with him. That's insanity. This is a joke, this story.
Yeah, that is
it's
a
an
joke.
absolute joke. Some guy wants to shower with the girls, and he's found a way to do it. He's a crackpot, but he's figured it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, we all would have loved to do that. We didn't. If when we were in high school, we thought that we could get away with it, and we tried that, they would have arrested us.
Yeah. Well, I wore a dress and stuff. At home. I didn't know. I didn't take it the one step further. I'll tell you what, guys, don't ever try pantyhose. It just gets that midsection kind of hurting, if you know what I mean.
Unless you get paid what Joe Namath got paid to wear them.
Well, the pantyhose, yeah, you're right. Kevin, what else is, you said there's something about a golf tournament you're involved in. What else is going on?
We're having a 1380talkstl.com golf tournament October 3rd at Spencer Teal on the only Arnold Palmer design course in our area, and it's a beautiful course. Be a lot of fun. $60 a person.
Is that cheap? I don't
That's really
golf.
cheap. You get food. Some of these places will charge you $500-$600 a person.
Whoa.
$60. You get food. You get to play. Not only that, but each guy that plays or girl gets a new hybrid club and a new wedge. So you get two new clubs. $60. You play Spencer Teolan, and you get served food, and there'll be beverages there as well. So it's hard to beat, and it's October 3rd. Be a shotgun start. I'm going to play. My son's going to play with me. We're going to have a lot of fun out there. It'll be a great time. Thank you for allowing us to play.
That's all right. Is a wedge like a wedgie? I mean, what's the
No, it's not. A wedge is a short club. It means you hit it short distances.
Oh, well, I know.
But it's not a wedgie.
I know a lot about short, but it's not on my. It's not my golf. Hey, listen, Kevin. It's been really a pleasure having you with us. I don't know what do you think this world's coming to with this? And I don't want to go there with this Ferguson,
baby.
Yeah, with this Ferguson situation, but I mean, things have gotten so far out of hand. I just want to let everybody know I appreciate our military, our great heroic military, our law enforcement, and I just wish, Kevin, and I know you're a staunch supporter of our military, our country, and our police officers. It's like you woke up and you're in a nightmare.
Well, those feelings you just expressed make you and me different from Obama and his cohorts, and Jay Nixon over in Missouri, the governor there, and his cohorts. They don't respect the police. They don't respect the military. And in fact, on an order from a governor in Missouri, Jay Nixon, the police were ordered to stand down while those people robbed and pillaged those businesses in Ferguson. That's the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen in the history of my life in this country. And that SOB was not held accountable, except by me.
Yeah, you're exactly, and by me, by both of us. You're exactly right. Hey, we are America's voice of freedom. We are the Patriot. We're going to go ahead and take a call or two. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Fine, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. I want to talk to you about Bitch Boy.
All right.
We got the same situation where my daughter goes to school that's not being talked about, and that's Francis Howell North High School, believe it or not. And no one's talking about it, but the same damn thing's happening.
Wait a minute, that's my neck of the woods. I didn't realize that was going on there.
Oh, yes, sir, it is, Kevin.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Well,
you wouldn't believe the pictures of this kid before and after, and how proud he is of how he looks now.
Are they
unbelievable.
Sir, are they letting him use the girls' restroom and the girls' locker room?
That's what I'm hearing.
That's disgraceful. What are the parents doing?
Nothing that I know of.
And this is Francis Howell?
Yes, Francis
Howell North High School. Yes, sir.
So it's the Francis Howell District. That's disgraceful. I don't believe that's going to stand. We'll see. But the problem is you get these attorneys involved and everything goes haywire.
Oh, sure. And it costs a fortune. Hey, Gary, you have a daughter at that school?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, I know you're a proud father. Do me a favor, will you? Number one, give her a hug for me, because you never know when you may not be able to hug your children again. But number two, let me know if they try to abuse your daughter, this bitch boy try to abuse your daughter. I'll come over there and hold you back, because I know what you'd really like to do to the guy, and I don't want to see you get in any trouble.
Well, I won't need any help if that happens, believe me.
No, you'll need help holding you back, buddy. So, hey, Gary, thank you very much for the call.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Unbelievable. Now it's happening.
I wonder why that's not getting any press.
Yeah, well, maybe the school district's trying to squash it or something. Yeah,
that's
but
right.
Hey, anybody tomorrow from Francis Howell area, if there is a problem, don't hesitate to give us a call, because we would like to expose that. But that's what happens. The same way, Kevin, with the Ferguson. Once there's one situation, there becomes another one and another one. Yeah, they want to just like
attention whores. These people just want attention.
Yeah,
I shower with the girls.
Yeah, I like whores. Attention whores, I ain't much for, but the whore part I can always take. So, hey, Kevin Slayton, a good friend, a great man, a great radio guy. It's been a pleasure having you today. Hope to see you again. Let's break bread after the show. So, Kevin Slayton, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you, Bob.
People, we got to understand. And I'm an ignorant, no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing son of a bitch at times, too. We all are. But we got to get together. This political environment is not good for anybody. They've been promising us better for 20, 30, 40 years. It's not going to get any better. Don't worry about a candidate with an R behind his name or a D behind his name. Never vote the party. Because there's, and this says, let's be like saying vote for my whole family. There's some idiots in my family, and I'm one of them. You don't vote just because it's a family. The Democratic family, the Republican family, you pick and choose. You don't go to the store and just grab 5 or 6 peaches. You look in that whole group, that bundle of peaches, and you pick the ones you want out. Now, they're all peaches, but some are better than the other. And the candidates are the same way. Don't ever let the Democratic Party or the Republican Party tell you, got to vote straight Democrat, you got to vote straight Republican. That's the biggest insult. That's like a slap in your face. Vote for the person who's going to do for you, your family, your community. Don't play party politics. That's what happened. It's not really party politics. It's organized political crime. That's what's going on in our country. We can't take it anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. So please, at the end of the day, always vote the person that you think's the best for you, the best for your people, the best for your community, and the best for your country. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow. I don't know where the hell I'll be here. I don't know where my mind will be, what little mind I have left, but I don't see, when I'm nice, when I have a guest, I'm nice. Out of respect for the guest. But when I don't have a guest, I'm not nice because I hate these rotten bastard, no-count, good-for-nothing, political, parasitical, perverted punks that we call politicians. And you rotten bastards, let me tell you what, you take notice. Bob Romanik is back, and I'm coming after you no-good, no-count, rotten bastards. Me and everybody else, we're coming to get you at every courthouse, at every city hall. We're not going to take this crap anymore. And if you think I'm kidding, check us out. Check us out. It's going to be a bad day for the bad guys. So people, let's continue to unite together. United, we can destroy this political crap. Let's expose these no-good son of a bitchin' punks, political punks. I want to apologize to the regular punks. And let's destroy these bastards. I mean, let's take a stake and slum it in their heart. Let's slam it in their head, in their political hearts and heads, of course. I don't want to go to jail today. Let's do this, people, every day, and we can destroy them and make this life better for all of us. Destroy them politically, of course. Of course, politically, yeah, sure. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade Radio.
KQQZ, St. Louis.